Canon IP 2770. I'm going to power it on and watch how it appears that the supply hose gets pinched when the carrier moves to the left. I believe this upsets the homing process. I can't get this printer to print for the life of me. And also, this hose, this curve here, and the amount of hose is critical to keep the hose from drooping down into the right into the paper path and blocking the media as it's coming through. So right now this printer will not print, and I've went online and tried. I was getting an error 5100, which means that the contacts on the cartridge were dirty. I took the cartridges out and cleaned them. There was also a procedure on Fixia on how to reset the printer by doing a crazy key combination, power, resume, tap dance, and that didn't work either. So let's turn it on and you'll see what's happening here during the homing process. You can see the hose curl up strangely under there. You can also see right under the black area here, there's a whole bunch of gray grease. So this is what happens. The media comes part way out into the tray and stops, and I get a resume light. The computer says, PC says, got a BIS feed, take it out. I can't get it out from here too easily, so I'm going to have to yank it out here. I'm going to need 2 hands for that. Okay, now I have that media out here. There's a couple other things. Not only is this amount of cable of hose critical here to keep it from drooping down into the media path, it also needs to be short enough so that it doesn't get jammed back in there when the carrier homes itself. Now, for some reason, the 2780 is printing, but as you can see, I'm trying and waiting for the image quality to get up to snuff, hoping that the ink is, the CISS ink supply is finally primed, and messing around with it. You can see that there's still plenty of problems with, I mean, it is printing, but it is printing, but the image quality is pretty messed up. We've already printed about, this is like the 10th set that was printed, 50 pages. So, you know, the black is okay. It's a little bit fuzzy because it appears the ink is wicking into the fibers of this color lock paper, which makes it the text look a little fuzzy around the edges. But I mean, at least it's readable and acceptable. But as far as the graphics and the color are concerned, it's just not cutting it. So back to this one. This hose, this clip doesn't really have enough surface area to grab onto, so it kind of flimsy. This type of clip has much better adhesive, but it's too big to put over here. And the paper comes out of here, and this can't be hanging down or the paper will hit it. Either can this clip. This clip has to be flush. This clip has to be flush so the paper can come out. So even though you have the hose fairly routed and pretty as tight as it can be without pulling this off, there's also an issue with this design. You can see the cover has a whoop-de-doo here, and it has a corresponding whoop-de-doo right here. So you can't put the clip in there, and the clip's got to be, this one is, the adhesive is shot. If you put this in here like the PIXMA photo shows, in this groove here, the cover doesn't close because of this. So you have to put it outside of this groove here. And now when you close it, I'll take this out and close it. Let's see over here. You have to tuck this back around the edge. Look, it's stuck. And then you can see here that the cover is pushing down on the hose. So you have to kind of pull out on the cover, get it over the clip, and once you get it closed, and you gotta fix, see this over here again. Once you get it closed, you have to make sure that the cable's not popping out of there and push it back up. So, I mean, you're not going to open and close it very much, but if you have to, I mean, one sloppy close could just undo everything that you've worked to achieve by getting the cable, the hose properly routed. So, right now we're struggling with this 2770 that will not print. I just reset a misfeed condition by pressing the resume key, and really nothing's happening. So the lights are blinking funny. Pushing the resume key. I'll power it off. Power it back on. My sheet of paper is partially fed. Lights are normal. Let's send a print job. Sheet of paper is partially fed. You can hear the rollers going around. And just ejected the paper back out. It's going up and down, in and out. Paper is put in halfway. All button is blinking. Rollers are going. Paper going halfway back in. Now it's coming out. And now the resume light is blinking. So that means in this feed over here, it says to press the button to reset it. So let's press the button to reset it. Also remove the media first. I need 2 hands for that. Okay, remove the media, push the reset button, and we have this again. So So as you can see, there's really nothing wrong in here. A little bit of ink over here, if you can see it, black ink. There's black ink here. The rollers, none of the rollers look buggered. None of these little rollers down here look buggered. I guess the only thing left to do is to try to run all as the diagnostic tests. There's something to clean the plates down here. There's a procedure for that, and as well as a couple of other things, so we'll give them a shot. In the meantime, we're going to keep going with the 2780, see if we can get the image quality straightened out in order to get a decent looking set for the OEM ink, to the HPs and the Epsons. So we're going to keep running that one and try to fix this one, and we'll keep you posted. Meanwhile, back at the PC, We have a error number 5100, and that error number, according to PIXMA, means the cartridge cannot be detected by the printer. To resolve this, turn off the printer, remove the cartridges, and clean the surface contacts where the cartridges and the terminals inside the printer touches. So over here, turn it off, get rid of this thing, turn it off. Turn it back on. And it sure looks like the hose is making that carrier jump a little bit to the left here. Now this is supposed to come back to the middle, because the cover is open. There we go. There's the contact area. And there's some black ink on the side of the cartridge here. There's ink everywhere here. But the contacts look perfectly clean, so I'll clean off this ink and try it again.